Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Steve, and welcome to a special edition of Dee and Miguel's show, I guess, because we're filling in for them. So, Dee and Miguel have safely made it down to their new house. Congratulations, guys. And we are going to fill in for them tonight, and we are going to be talking about Toy Story Land because today is the 1-year anniversary of Toy Story Land. And this will not, Rachel, this will not be a 3-hour stream like it was last night.
And that was
we have
four,
people on
4
after
hours.
us. What's that?
That was 4 hours.
Well, yeah, it was 4 hours and 17 minutes. So we have people on after us. We're going to keep this to 1 hour. Let me get through some housekeeping real quick. So want to thank The Live Place, Dean over at Dreamers Empire, and The Live Place, www.theliveplace.com for hosting the show. He hosts all of our shows as well as 60-something other people. My partner, Channel Mouse Talk, who is on the panel tonight, they just hit 1,500 subs. Congratulations, buddy. So Tower of Terror will be a go this August. That's awesome. And they stream every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 o'clock, and Saturday night we do sports night together. My other partner channel, Rob Fuzz, he had just hit 2,000 subs recently. Go check him out as well. And then, of course, my power channels, 2 of which are here tonight: Shep from the Shep Family, Zip, Patrick from Zippity Doodad. My other 2 power channels are Dave from Brandy and Dave and Dan from DizneyDan. Of course, Shep and Zip and myself and Dave all do a show called Dis and That on Wednesdays at 9:30. This week it is going to be on Zippity Doodad's channel. We will be talking about a monorail crawl through the lounges.
Wait, is? It's on mine?
It's been a long day. And then tonight at 9 o'clock, if you guys would too, over on Brandy and Dave's channel, they are premiering a new video at 9 o'clock. So please, after we're done here, we'll send everybody over there to watch their premiere as well. Okay, so before we get started here, let's go down the line and you guys can talk about your channels a little bit. Zippity Doodad, why don't you start first?
What's going on, guys? Zippity Doodad. Just Disney Channel. Come check me out. I'm having a blast with all these guys. It's been a long weekend. I just popped on. It was like 2 seconds. I just got home from work. So I'm a little all over the place. But yeah, Wednesday's This and That. Great group of guys. Come check us out. And my wife's got zip tips every week. She's working on it right now. And yeah, we're just having a blast. Thanks for having me on real quick tonight, Steve. I appreciate it.
No problem. My partner channel, Mouse Talk. What's up, buddy?
Well, thanks, Steve. I appreciate you letting me join in as well. Really love Toy Story Land. This is going to be a lot of fun. With us, we just have Tuesdays and Thursday streams, and of course Saturday night with Sports Night. I didn't bring this up last week, and real fast, I didn't do a community spotlight this week, only because I needed a week off. A lot going on with school. I take classes in the evening, and we had a lot going on. But the community spotlight will be back next week with a new channel. I'll introduce that channel this coming Tuesday to let everybody know about that. But I'm happy to be here and definitely appreciate you guys letting me join. It's definitely an honor. So thank you.
No problem. And before I forget, Zippity Doodad, I forgot to congratulate you as well. Just hit 500 subs. So congratulations on that as well.
Congratulations. Huge step right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, Shep, you're coming up on 300 pretty quickly too.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of ways, but yeah, we'll get there. No rush. No rush.
Talk about your channel real quick, buddy.
Yeah, so we're just this week's been a pretty crazy week. We've been streaming a lot this week, so it's been a lot of fun. But trying to push out videos Wednesdays around 8 o'clock. Just something for you guys to poke around at and enjoy. And then of course our big thing is Wednesday night at 9:30 with Diz and That. Great group of dudes, have a lot of fun, and make sure you guys check it out.
Okay, cool. Let me try to get through this chat a little really fast. There's a lot of people in here already talking. So we have Noah, the Disney World fan 16. Rob Fuss stopped in to say hello real quick. Donna Anderson Folan, thank you so much for being here. Of course, Shep and you guys are also in the chat. Rachel, I said this right last night. I'm going to mess it up. I think it's Susag, I think is what I said last night. She said it was right. Miguel Benitez Jr., thank you so much, buddy. And we are filling in for Miguel and D tonight. Patrick is here, of course. Wishing Mouse, Zoe, hello, how are you? Donna
Pete said he stepped out, and this is just a continuation from last night's stream. So he's back though.
It
He had to
does look-
step out. He
it
had to
look-
step out for a bit, but he's back, and we're still here.
It looks halfway similar. So we have Donna Jaworski in here. Thank you so much, Donna. Mickey Sightings, welcome. Who else we got here? Dole Whip Dad, Jeff, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Mr. Gonzo PR, nice to see you, buddy. Kathleen Merkovich Robinson, thank you so much for being here. Michael Riley, how are you, buddy? I know you're down at Disney World. We have Pete McDevitt. Thank you so much, buddy, for being here again. And I'm scrolling. Jelly's Journeys, thank you so much for being here. Karen Cook, thank you so much for being in here again. R. Johns, welcome, my friend. Good to see you in here as well. And I think I'm caught up. So if I missed your comment, because I was just looking for names, please repost. We'll get to them. But I want to get right into this because we are only going for an hour tonight. So Toy Story Land 1 year ago opened today to some pretty massive crowds. Where's your fries? Okay, Pete. Did you ever get your pizza, buddy? So Toy Story opened 1 year ago today, and want to just basically take a tour right through the land, talk about things as we see them, and we'll go down the panel and get everybody's opinion. So first thing you see as soon as you enter, you know you're coming into Toy Story Land strictly because you're going to see a giant statue of Sheriff Woody coming in, and it's a great picture opportunity. It has you walk into Tinker Toys built all around it, and then you see that giant statue of Sheriff Woody there with some of the little building blocks we used to play with as kids. So, if what do you guys think? Patrick, we'll start with you. What do you think about the entrance coming in?
Oh, I mean, I think it's magical. You really get immersed right inside Toys. Like you feel like you're in Indy's backyard, right from the footprint at the very beginning, where you see Indy's footprint on the ground. And just they did a great job with the grass. You really feel like you're a toy, and yeah, it's a great way to just walk in and just be like you're in a different place. They did a great job.
Oh, absolutely.
And I love how you see Rex too, right up on the blocks when you
Yep.
first walk into.
Yep, you can see that
That's
slinky
pretty
dog.
awesome. Yeah.
Yep. And Pete McDevitt says 40-1 odds. We are not going 1 hour. Yes, Pete, for sure. I mean, maybe a minute over, but we have Dole Whip Dad goes live right after us, so we will be cutting it off at 1 hour tonight. Okay, so yeah, Walt, what are your thoughts when you first enter or get through the entrance?
I love it. He's my favorite. Sheriff Woody's my favorite Toy Story character. And the fact that he talks to you as you're coming in, it's not that he's just standing there at 40 feet tall, whatever it is. He actually talks to you as you're coming in there, too. It's a great photo op as well. I think it's awesome. I love it. I think it's a great way to get you started into what's to come in Toy Story Land. I love it.
Yeah, there's no doubt you're entering Toy Story Land when you go through this entrance.
No doubt.
Shep?
So, and the first time I saw Toy Story Land was just this past, beginning of June. And the first time I actually saw it was I didn't even see it because me and my son, we rope dropped Slinky Dog, and the giant mass of people that we were in this ocean with, I didn't even get to see anything. It was just trying to make sure he didn't get trampled the whole time we got to the line, and I didn't even see it until we were actually walking out of the place. But when I finally did look back and see it, I did snap some pretty good pictures, which I'm pretty pumped about, and I loved it. Absolutely. It's just such a great, just the whole setup with the kind of Lincoln Log, or not the Lincoln Log blocks, but the
Tinker Toys.
The Tinker Toys, yeah. Everything just matched very well.
And Shep, we'll walk in with you at nighttime in August because it's a totally different.
Yeah, I haven't.
experience.
Yeah, because I haven't done that either.
Experience.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
We'll get to
And,
that. Sure.
and Nathan Rada, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Yeah, so it's a great. I love how they take you and make you the size of a toy. You are shrunk down to the size of a toy in Andy's backyard. It's a completely different experience than anything else they had at the time. They're starting these big themed areas with Pandora and this now, of course, Galaxy's Edge coming up. But the one thing I like, not only is it a photo op, but I like how they theme everything with toys. I mean, everything is themed completely with toys or something that makes you feel like you're a toy. Even the Toy Story Land itself, Toy Story is a yo-yo, and it's got there's a lasso on the end of it that he's using the string as a lasso, Woody is. and then land is even spelled in those little baby blocks that we're all familiar with. So it's just a really, really good depiction of what you're getting into. And then of course the whole land is strung with Christmas lights like Andy would have built in his backyard. And what is one question? Am I wrong? Or is Shep in the same spot and in the same clothes as 1 a.m.? I feel wow. Yes, Pete. No. Shep likes his clothes the same. It's okay.
This is a different shirt. and I got a haircut.
Yes.
Well, I cut my own hair, so
yeah. It looked a little shorter, but just in case it wasn't a haircut, I wasn't going to say anything. So sorry.
Thanks a lot.
No problem, buddy. And Steffi, thank you so much for being here. Yes, we'll get to those in just a minute. Okay, so next up, the big main thing after you come through the a little bit of a walkway is on your right, you're going to see Slinky Dog, and that is, excuse me, one of the bigger, probably the main attraction in this area. It's my favorite attraction, my favorite theming in the whole thing. The whole ride is set up as if it was the Slinky Dog toy coaster, along with some blocks built up. He has Jesse lassoing Rex on top there, just like Andy would build it in his backyard. The queue line and the theming is pretty incredible. It's a bunch of hand-drawn sketches from what Andy would have done. And then there's also you have a board game. I can't remember if it's Scrabble maybe or Monopoly that's upside down. So when you're underneath the awning, you're looking up at a game board, just like you were a little player in the game that he built. What are your guys' impressions of Slinky Dog? Not even the ride, but just the theming, Patrick.
I love it, and I believe it is Scrabble. I did that 4K video last week, and I do take a shot right at the ceiling as you're getting on the ride. So I'm pretty sure it was Scrabble. I mean, just all the little details. I mean, when you're first going off the ride, when you get on the ride and it starts going, you have that 1995 sticker. There's all those little details, and that was the year that Toy Story came out. And I mean, you got the dog collar. You got what's his name? Buddy. No, what's his dog's name with the collar? Buster. You got Buster's dog collar right there with the necklace saying how much time there is, the wait time. I mean, the little details. It's great that it takes the whole entire land. I mean, that roller coaster goes through the whole entire land. It's just awesome. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Real quick, I want to say hi to a few more people. Dave, of course, is in here. Another Power Channel, Brandy and Dave. We talked about he's going to be premiering a video at 9:00, so please go check that out. I also saw Kay Atwood come in. Thank you for being here, Kay. Kelly from Myers and the Mouse. And we are not still going from last night, but thank you for being here again, buddy. We appreciate it. And John P. Hazelton, thank you so much for being here, man. And Thaddy Games, thank you. Welcome. Captain Akron, thank you for being here. Again, guys, if I miss any of you, please just keep reposting. We will get to you. Okay, so then, Walt, what are your impressions of Slinky Dog?
For just the theming alone, it's pretty darn awesome. It's done so well throughout the entire thing. You really do feel like this was put together by a child, and you're a toy on his roller coaster. It's pretty darn neat. I love it. I just think the theming is absolutely 100% done correctly. There's so many different areas where you can go, oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. They didn't miss anything. It's fantastic. And that's just the theming. We haven't even talked about the actual ride yet.
Yeah.
I love the theming. Theming's great.
Shep?
Yeah, I mean, excuse me, same thing. I mean, it's pretty much the only place in the whole, from what I saw, Toy Story that has like any kind of shade and cover from the sun, because they have the big board games and stuff up above, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, all the little details, it just kind of ties all the movies together, and it just immerses you right into the environment of being a small toy. So it's pretty awesome.
Yep. And I love the theming of the entire land. I think it is extremely creative and innovative the way they did things. I love that you can just sit back and look at it as a whole, and like you guys said, you could tell a child built it, and you're just a little player in his fantasy. So yeah, theming is incredible. Now, as far as the ride goes, as far as the ride itself goes, It's one of my favorites. I've only been on it once or twice, but I think it's absolutely incredible. It was definitely for me better than Snow White and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So, what did you think about the ride itself, Patrick?
I love it. It's just as smooth as the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I like how it breaks it up. Like you get shot out right away. You go down that steep hill. You can hear Jesse. You can hear all the different characters as you're going through, and then you come to the halfway through, and it kind of like sets you up for a slingshot to go. I mean, it's just like what Andy would do. He would just like, you know, shoot you over the humps and everything. And it's smooth. It's quick. I mean, it's only like a 2-minute ride, but yeah, I love it. I mean, I don't know. It's the best. And we didn't touch base on the gum. There's like gum if you look up, holding like the ride together and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Every little detail that they put in together. Walt?
I love, well, you know me, I always say, is the juice worth the squeeze? And I think in this case, the juice is definitely worth the squeeze. Even though you have long waits for this ride, I think the ride is really, actually, it's more intense than I expected it to be. We actually did a live stream on this one time, Melissa and I. It was the funniest thing ever. But it's really actually pretty intense. It was more intense than we expected it to be. I think it's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. I think it's actually kind of long for a roller coaster. And you get some really nice views of all of Hollywood Studios, including Galaxy's Edge up there. I think it's fantastic. I love the ride. It's one of my favorites.
I agree with you 100%. Shep?
Yeah. So my first time doing it, obviously, was this past time in June. And my son, after watching, because my son watches, you know, all these kids YouTube channels. And so that's all he talked about from day one of getting there was I want to do Slinky Dog. I couldn't get a fast pass for it. So I knew we were going to have to rope drop it. So I pretty much, you know, vlogged all the way in. Excuse me. I vlogged our walk all the way in there. So it was kind of, I really wasn't doing a whole lot of looking around. And then of course I vlogged the whole ride. So it was like, didn't do a whole lot of looking around, and I'm excited to go actually do it again and not vlog it. But first thing my kid says when we got into it was he wanted to get out. He's like, "Dad, can I get out?" And I'm like, "What do you mean, can you get out? This is like all you wanted all trip." And he's like, "I don't know. I'm scared." I'm like, "Dude, no, it's too late at this point, buddy." And he kind of started to cry a little bit, and I was like, "Ah." And I was torn, and I'm like, "We can't." I'm like, "Dude, we're already on, man. They can't. They won't let us off." And he ended up loving it.
I was gonna say,
he absolutely
loved it. Yeah. As soon as we got off, he's like, "Let's do it again." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm not. The line's now like an hour and 20 minutes, so we're not waiting that long. But we'll do it again." So, I loved it. It's about a minute long, and just I've actually rewatched my video a handful of times. Then I've watched Zip's video that he just did this week with the 4K, which is a lot better than mine. And it just such an amazing ride. Loved it. I like when they just right in about the middle or whatever, they just stop you and they do the slingshot. And that was so cool.
Yeah,
just changes it up a bit.
I want to say hi to Amy from AJC Magic TV. Thank you for being here. And Becky B. Becky says, "My son wants a Buzz Lightyear helmet now, and all I can see is Shep in it."
I read that. Sorry.
That's great.
Okay, and yeah, the ride for me when I rode it for the first time.
What Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah, exactly. When I rode it for the first time, it was pretty incredible for me. It was. I don't know if it's just the new factor that just because it was something completely different, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed the queue line. They have hidden Mickeys built into it as well. And then, just the ride itself, I thought was great. It was something a little different, and getting to ride upon a Slinky Dog, just there was something special about that. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that ride. So, okay. Coming off of that, then we move to Alien Swirling Saucers. So basically when you enter Alien Swirling Saucers, you have a giant Buzz Lightyear atop standing off to the side here. And then of course you have Buzz's, his cardboard spaceship cutout as well. back in the background with a satellite, and you see the aliens in there. What are your guys' first impressions of the theming and the ride for Aliens Swirling Saucers, Patrick?
It's not my favorite. I like it. The theming's great. You have the photo op right outside there with the alien with the claw right over his head. That's a great little spot. I think they switch up that area a lot too. I think Christmas time they had aliens with ornaments out there, and I think that's where Forky is right now.
Mm-hmm.
But as for the ride, the music's okay. They play the techno music. I feel like it's not a long ride at all. But it's not that long of a wait either. I've noticed pretty regularly. It's like 20, 25 minutes. So it's definitely something that I'm glad I did, but it's not something I would go back and try to do on a must-do trip.
Yep. Walt?
This is one of those rides where expectation and reality kind of are different. We had such a low expectation for this ride going in that when we rode it, we love this ride.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just, it was more than I expected it to be. And I love the music, the techno side of it, how they made it a little bit different. The lights flashing are fantastic. How they do the Christmas overlay at Christmas is really cool. We actually really enjoyed this ride. I had a blast on it. I really did. I felt like a little kid again. I thought it was really, really neat. It whipped us sometimes that we weren't expecting to. As you can tell, I really love this land.
Yeah,
but I love Alien Swirling Saucers. I would actually wait for this more than I would Navi River Journey over in Pandora. I know it sounds crazy, but
oh wow,
I enjoyed this ride. I thought it was. But again, our expectations going in were low anyway. So
yeah,
you definitely exceeded our expectations.
And Pete McDevitt, if you missed last night's stream, Pete says Buzz laminated his cardboard spaceship. So that's for those of you that were here last night, you'll know what that means. So.
And the theming, by the way, at that ride is awesome as well. They knocked it out of the park.
Absolutely. Shep.
So we unfortunately never got onto the ride, just because by the time we got off of Slinky Dog, the wait was, I think it was about 50 minutes at that point. But we did go over and watch because he wanted to go on it, and we just didn't have the time to do it. So from what I saw, looks awesome. And then who was just on it on Thursday? Oh, Corey went on it Thursday on his stream, and so it just looks like a lot of fun, and I can't wait till August till we can actually hit that up and enjoy that. So.
Oh yeah. So I love, first off, the theming again, and the whole land is incredible, and that giant Buzz Lightyear statue out there for you to take a picture of is really awesome. It's just a great photo op, like you said, the aliens with the claws. This ride is a little different. It's not only it spins, but not only that, but it changes tracks. And when you do track changes, it gets a little rough. I could do with some different music, but outside of that, it wasn't a bad ride.
That's my favorite part, the music.
I like the music too.
It wasn't bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but
right.
it can get, when you're standing in line for 50 minutes to ride it and you're just hearing that music over and over and over again.
It's like
it could use some different music. So, but I do believe they also have two sets of them going at the same time, so that they one of them's running while they're loading the other one, and then when that one's running, they just go back and forth. So, they thought it out really well. It's pretty good. It just, the only negative for me is when you switch tracks, it does jump a little bit while it's trying to switch tracks. But you're in a car, and the car does. It's like if you were in a wagon in the back of a car. It pulls and it just kind of swings both ways. So it's a pretty good ride. Okay. Anybody? Sorry guys, I missed the chat. If you said anything here, please definitely repost it. I'll watch it again. I'm sorry. Okay, moving on from Alien Swirling Saucer. When you turn around, you're coming back up the other side. You see some fencing, and then you're also going to see some restrooms in there. And the restrooms are really, really awesomely themed, I think. The restrooms are built out of those little colored blocks, like I don't even know what they're called. We have a bunch of them here, but little kid blocks that you build up. Restrooms is spelled out in Scrabble letters. Now, on one side you have a giant bucket of Tinker Toys. On the other side you have a giant game of Cooties, which I used to have both of those.
Giant.
What's that?
It's the best name ever.
Yeah. There's some giant pencils in there just to make you feel, again, small. But what do you guys think of the restroom theming? Patrick?
I have not been in the restroom.
Well, I'm not necessarily talking about the inside. I'm talking about the outside. Sorry.
I haven't really paid attention to it when I was over there. So I'll be a pass on this one.
Okay. And Pepper Tree Villa, thank you so much for being here, guys. We appreciate you. Dope Dad, you're on soon coming over. That's if Steve actually stops the live stream. Yes, we will definitely be stopping the live stream.
Real quick, Rachel made a suggestion that the trophy for the Beverly Challenge be a laminating machine.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
I know that's actually brilliant.
I mean, should I just bring my own so I can take it back home with me, or? Yeah, wow. I will fight everyone for a laminating machine. Is the right.
The confidence right there was.
I'm extremely confident.
Was just mind-boggling.
That's another day. Walt, what do you think about the restrooms?
Second best themed restrooms in Walt Disney World behind Tangle.
I figured that.
These are really kind of cool. They're kind of neat, and they're restrooms. But I mean, for the most part, I really think they did a really good job with them. They really make them blend well with the land. Just like they do over with the Tangled area. It's a really cool area to be in. People actually like the area, and I think it's neat.
Yep. Shep?
Yeah, same thing. I was fortunate enough to use those. So
you were fortunate enough to use those?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, my son had to go. So I was like, these are you haven't? Oh yeah.
Cool too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, I mean, for bathrooms, they're pretty awesome. So
what else can you say?
I know it's a bathroom, but it's a pretty cool bathroom.
Yeah, I haven't seen the insides of them, but from the outside, just the theming is some of the best theming around. For like Walt said, for restrooms, I do like the way Tangled restrooms are themed as well. But this is pretty cool. I mean, just everything's built with using toys that we're all familiar with from the past, and it's just great theming. It's pretty phenomenal. How about the Laminating Kids tweet? It seems like Brandy and Dave found potential in it. I haven't seen that one yet, Pete. Sorry, I've been outside all day again. And how are the club cool restrooms is the real question, Dole Dad says. So we'll let you know in August.
I hope they're close.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on, we're going to move on to Woody's Lunchbox now. And Woody's Lunchbox is a little bit interesting here. It's actually a lunchbox opened up. The umbrellas are made of Babel cheeses. The wrappers from Babel cheeses. If you look up in them, you can see them. They're just like a wrapper. The theming has some. It's written on the menu, and the sign is written on a scrap piece of paper with a big punch out of it hanging on the side, I think by a rope, and it's got some books behind it and everything. But what do you guys think about the Woody's Lunchbox? Have you eaten there, Patrick?
Yes, we eat there almost every time we go to the land. And what's great is they have that mobile order, so you don't have to waste time in the line where sometimes that could be 20 minutes. You can go place your order, then go over and get your picture taken with like maybe Woody or Buzz or something like that. But yeah, I actually enjoyed the food there a lot. They have the tater tot bowl with the scallions, and it's like taco stuff. It's
tachos.
Yes, it's delicious. And the turkey sandwich we've gotten there. Is it the pulled pork sandwich they have there as well? We love it there, and they have a lemonade alcohol drink that's pretty sweet, but it's great that you can actually get a beverage there.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it's another one of the places that has some shade over there. They have a lot of chairs with umbrellas, and the theming outside is great. They have the little cheese wheels everywhere. Yeah, we love it there.
Yep. Walt?
Absolutely awesome place for theme. Food is okay. We've had the food there as well. I got the barbecue brisket melt. It was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. Melissa got the tachos. She thought they were pretty good as well. What I'll say about the brisket melt is it's just depending upon how you get it, if it's fresh or not. For us, it was semi. It wasn't great, but Melissa really liked the tachos. And other than that, I mean, it was good. It's quick service, so it's not like you're talking about signature dining. So it was good, but the theming is what's really done well here. It hits a home run. So I think it's definitely first off, it's the only place you're going to eat in the entire land. So it's not like you have options. But I do recommend folks go here because I think you'll like it. I really do. Just remember, it's quick service for what it is. It's good.
Yeah, it's the only place you can eat for now, and we'll get into that in a minute.
Yes, we will.
Shep.
Yeah, we had breakfast there right after we did the Slinky Dog. It was just me and Abe, so we ran over there and had breakfast. And I had this. Was it turkey or chicken? I forget, but it was like turkey or chicken with egg in a sandwich.
Yeah, I had that too. It was a little weird.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome though. It actually paired really well. And then I think it came with like tater tots or some kind of potato-ish breakfast food, and those are really good too. Pretty sure I stole all my son's.
It's the smoked turkey breast sandwich. It's a thick slice smoked turkey breast, melted Swiss cheese, and scrambled eggs on a grilled sourdough. Yep.
Yes, that's what it is. Oh,
Yeah,
it was so good. It was so good. And I mean, I had the full size one, and then I got Abe the smaller one because that's just what he wanted. And I'm pretty sure I ate half of his.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
on top of mine.
Yeah.
And then all his potato fry things. So
did you guys get the tart? Anybody get the tart? Either one?
Yeah, we got it. It was sweet. It's good for two people to share. One person, you can't eat that whole thing.
Yeah, we got it. It was okay. It wasn't great, but you're right. I don't think it's something one person wants to eat by themselves.
Yeah.
You talking about like the Pop-Tart looking thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting ready to talk about, because the menu's interesting, and one of them even has bacon on top of it. It's the chocolate hazelnut lunchbox tart. It's a chocolate hazelnut stuffed pastry with maple fondant and candied bacon on it. The other one is, which I don't know if I would eat that one or not, as opposed to the other one. I like when I eat my Pop-Tarts, like the fruit ones, not necessarily the chocolate ones. The other one is a seasonal lemon blueberry tart, and it's a lemon filling and blueberry frosting. So I don't know. They're interesting. They also have a s'mores French toast sandwich. They have some parfait and stuff like that. They have some other things for breakfast. For lunch, for lunch and dinner, they're somewhat limited as well. You can get the lunchbox tarts for dessert now instead of a breakfast item. Excuse me. Then they have the barbecue brisket melt, smoked turkey sandwich, grilled 3-cheese sandwich, and those tachos. They also have some soups and stuff like that, and the kids can either get a turkey sandwich or a grilled cheese sandwich. So they have some interesting food. It's definitely not your normal quick service by any means, but it is a good restaurant, and they have the thermos holding the lunchbox open with I think the other one's the straw from the thermos. I could be incorrect on the other side, but
pencil.
Is it a pencil
there too? Yeah,
pencil on the other side then, and so yeah, it's just really cool how it's themed. So yeah, it's a pretty good restaurant to try, I'm sure. And the Justin Roth Show, thank you so much for being here. Little Oz Laurel, thank you. You're fasting. Oh, Shep fasts as well. So yes, it is torture, I'm sure.
Dougie's in here.
Dougie from Waltograms, how are you, buddy? Thank you for being here. And
I don't fast for like days.
Yeah.
That would just be crazy.
And I think Rob's back, and I think I saw LSU Mom in here as well.
I think Dougie's in here too.
Yep, we got Dougie. Yep. So thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. All right, moving on then from Woody's Lunchbox, we come to the final real attraction in this land, and that is the Toy Story Midway Mania. Kind of very similar to the Buzz, whatever it was, over in Magic Kingdom. But this one is far better, in my opinion. You walk in, the theming is much better. The queue line is incredible, just standing in there. And then even the theming all the way up to the ride itself. And then when you get in that ride, getting to shoot all the little things on all the LCD screens is just, in my opinion, is pretty incredible. Did you get to ride this, Patrick?
Oh yeah, we do this multiple times, as much as we can. Actually, it's my favorite of the 3 rides. I think it's actually completely different than Buzz. I know it's the shoot. They're both shooting games, but this is so far superior than that. The animatronics on Mr. Potato Head, I still don't know how they do it. That is like one of the best when you're first going in. They get chutes and ladders in the ceiling. They get the Uno cards holding up things. And you can use the app to interact too. So PJ loves it because he'll take my wife's phone and play along. And there's one part where there's a little jail cell, and if you unlock the code, Stinky Pete comes out and says a few words. So
nice.
The line can be, if you don't have a fast pass, the line can get a little long, but there's so much to do and so much to see as you go through. And then once you get into the room, you see the clouds like you're in Andy's room. You see the big door. And I mean, I love this ride. And I don't know if it's very therapeutic when you're busting those plates. When you're that's one of the best spots. When you get the I think it's the third room you go in. But yeah, that's our favorite.
And Dougie says he fasts often. Sometimes he goes 15 to 20 minutes without food.
That's pretty much my fasting plan.
Yep. And something I didn't realize.
Cargo says,
"Hey, Cargo.
Welcome in, Cargo."
Kelly says that he loves when you walk into the boarding area. If you look behind you, Andy's bedroom door is behind you. And I don't remember that. I'm gonna have to check for that next time.
Yeah,
all right, Walt, what did you think?
Well, I agree with it. It's my favorite ride of the 3. Absolutely, it's one of the best themed queues as well. It's right up there with Peter Pan. It's far superior to the Buzz Lightyear ride. It's actually kind of interesting that the only 2 real shooting games they have in all of Walt Disney World are both themed towards Toy Story characters. What I would really like for them to do is take the Buzz Lightyear ride, make that a Stitch ride, and use the same technology they used at Toy Story Mania. But that's a whole nother stream. But I love Toy Story Mania. I think it's a fantastic ride. It's just great that the fact that you get to shoot different things, the 3D that they incorporate into it is amazing. I love it.
And I just saw Lady Jamers. Thank you so much for being here. The difference between the 2, I think the Buzz, correct me if I'm wrong, the one at Magic Kingdom is like a laser. You got to shoot the little circles. And then this ride is like you're shooting 3D balls and you're just shooting at things to try to pop them. So
I just think they should change it.
I agree 100%. Shep, have you been on this?
I unfortunately have not been on it, but if it's anything like Buzz Lightyear, I'll probably do pretty well the first time.
I saw you crush Corey the first time you ever did it, so that was pretty cool. But you definitely need to we'll definitely do this in August. This is a different ride, but it's in my opinion, it's a lot more fun. So and Amy says, "I kill my arm on this ride." Yes, it can be. Don't you have that little string you got to pull? Is that what it is to shoot these things? If I'm right, I can't remember. I think there's a string you got to pull to fire your gun. So you're aiming your gun and you're sitting there pulling on a string and it's shooting the little 3D balls. It's been a while since I've been on it.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So those are the main attractions. Those are the main attractions in the main restaurants. Now, as far as the rest of the theming goes, there is a thing.
Yeah, my friend Stacy said this is a must do.
Your friends?
I said my friend Stacy said this is a must do.
Yes. Oh man, you just derailed me. Yes, it is a pull string. They told me. So thank you. So there's also this station where you have it's built out of. I think there's a delay. There's a delay from me to you guys, or from us to the chat. Sorry, Steve. Oh, okay. There is a building that has been built out of something like Tinker Toys, but like a more advanced. I don't know exactly what they're called. And then it's a thing for the Green. I think it's on my end. Walt and Shep, is it on me or is it on him?
I think it's on him.
Okay, it's on you.
But just real quick, you got to add another hashtag.
What's that?
Sherplactic Hero.
Sherplactic Hero. Oh my gosh! Yes, Sherplactic Hero.
Thank you, Cargo.
Cargo. Mr. Plastic Hero. All right, so there's this platform built out of some kind of Tinker Toys, and there's some Green Army men up there, kind of overlooking the area, just like they were for all the other toys. So they're still there, guarding everything for you. Do you guys know what that display I'm talking about? Patrick, are you back on same time we are? No.
Nope.
No.
Yeah. No. Okay. Walt, what do you think about
You
it?
guys are like,
I don't-
fill in. Sorry, skip
Oh,
me.
okay.
I'll do this last.
Okay.
No,
I can't think of the area that you're talking about, Steve.
So it's right next to what it's like if you're walking in, and it's because your eyes are always pulled away for a Slinky Dog, but it's right out in front of the lunch box, and it's got a it's just built it's got a platform built, and there's just some Green Army men standing up there on the platforms, kind of overlooking the area. If you're walking into the land, it's off to your left across from Slinky Dog, and it's right in front of Andy's lunchbox.
Isn't that terrible? I can't think of it. I'm trying to
And
find
that's
it.
okay.
You might have a better idea of it than me because I can't picture it.
Well, it actually, I think, might be the tallest outside of maybe the Jesse and the Rex
That's
on top of the coaster. It might be
Right.
the tallest other thing in the land. It's
All
over.
right.
I think it's over by the Pixar ball, which we'll get to in just a second as well.
All right. I'll look for it. You can go to Shep because I can't think. I'm sorry.
Shep, do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
I hope so.
Nope.
No.
Steve, are you sure you've been to Toy Story Land?
You know what? My experience was different than most. We rushed in there, and then we kind of had to rush out. So it was tough, but
It happens.
we'll make
Steve,
we'll make changes in
Educate
August.
us on it because obviously we're not educated on this.
So it's got 3 platforms, little blue platforms. It's built out of like a newer set of Tinker Toys. It's not like the old style ones, they're newer. And then it has some Green Army men up there. One of them's got binoculars looking over the land. Again, your eyes are pulled towards Slinky Dog as soon as you walk into the land.
Right.
So you don't ever get to see it. Until Jeff says, it sounds great though. So,
Isn't that terrible? That's terrible.
it's Joey's World is here. How are you, buddy?
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Question mark.
I've been to Toy Story.
Anchorman. It's another great show that we'll get into one day. All right. Well, since nobody else knows what I'm talking about, let's just move on. And we lost it. We'll just move on. Look it up. We'll talk about it again some other time.
All right. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. Other theming throughout the land, you have benches and the fence, basically. So the fence is like Andy's backyard fence. It makes you feel like you're there. It kind of hides some of the other buildings from the other lands. And then the theming for the trash cans and the benches, you have benches made out of popsicle sticks that are colored. So like you ate a grape pop or something.
Mhm.
You have benches made out of dominoes and some other things. What do you guys think just of the overall extras that are there that they went into? Walt?
They didn't miss anything. They did it all.
Yeah.
I mean, they really got the benches are incredible. To me, it just really proved how much length they went to do what they did. It was fantastic. I love it. And the wall too. They have the checkers wall and they have the popsicles wall. And they're great Instagram walls too. And you see them as you're exiting Toy Story Mania. I think it's great. I love it. I think they did a fantastic job.
Sorry, I was reading some of the chat. Shep, what do you got, buddy?
I gotta take a call real quick. Hello. Oh yeah. Oh, you're watching. Oh, yeah. Oh, cargo. Yeah. Yeah. So Ian says thank you for the belated birthday. Okay. Yep. All right. I'm in the middle of something, so I'll talk to you later. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, that was Ian. He just wanted to call and say thank you for the belated birthday, cargo.
It was Ian's birthday 2 days ago. So,
what were we talking about?
just the rest of the theming, the benches, trash cans, things like that.
Oh, I love the trash cans. That was awesome. Yeah, and actually that's like one of my favorite things in all the parks is all the trash cans and how they do they theme them out so crazy, and it's awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, I loved everything about Toy Story Land. It was just so cool. I got to watch a little bit of the I don't know if you're going to touch on this or if I'm jumping the gun here, but the Army guys, they're a little.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Little show. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, we're getting ready. We're getting ready
on that one.
As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to go into it right now. So we're going into, as far as entertainment goes, they have Sarge and the Green Army Men Drum Corps. They marched down. Sorry, I thought somebody's lighting off fireworks and it scared me. So they marched up and down the streets of Toy Story Land, carrying large crowns, what looks to be hula hoops, and they just march up and down throughout the land, and then you get to interact with them. Sometimes you get to take pictures. What do you guys think about the Green Army Men now that we're going right into that? Walt, go ahead, buddy.
I love the Green Army Men. I think it's great. I think that it's good entertainment, especially for the little kids. The drum corps or the ones that kind of do like the obstacles with them that come out. I think they're great. I think they do an awesome job. They're really interactive. Those guys do an awesome job, and they'll even stop with you and do photo ops too.
Yeah, and real quick, Captain Akron says there are hidden Pixar Easter eggs in the Google Street View of Toy Story Land. That's awesome. Cargo says, Shep, she just laughed so hard she couldn't breathe, and Mr. Cargo felt the need to come in and check on her. So she was laughing. I saw Kuzin Productions. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And Pete, we're almost done, but he says 15 minutes from the house collecting. No way we are off by 8. Well, we're not going to be off by 8 because we started at 8, but we'll be off by 9 for sure. Shep, what do you think about the Army Men?
Yeah, I didn't get to see the drum corps, but I got to see like the when they did the like the march, and they had the Sarge out doing the commands. Oh, so I guess I didn't get to see when they actually started doing the drumming part, but
I don't know if they actually do some drumming all the time, but it's the commands and all that is called the drum corps itself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I know they do like an actual drumming part, but I've only seen that on through this and streams. But
every time they come out, they do something different, I believe, or yes. they rotate in a few different things.
Gotcha. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Just seeing the interactions, and it's funny. Just the way I you probably want to call them privates, because they were just sitting there, just wide-eyed, didn't know what was going on, and then the sergeant was yelling off commands and telling them not to do something, and they do it anyway. Oh, it was classic. I loved it.
It's fun.
Yep. And then finally, the Green Army Men are pretty cool. They do a great job interacting. I love the costumes. I think they're great. And they just do a great job. And Mr. Fulton Mraz, thank you so much for being here, buddy. So then finally, you get a bunch of character meet and greets in this. You have an inanimate Forky that you can take photos with, which I think is great. Then you also get Woody and Jesse. You can meet Buzz, and you can take pictures with the Army Men. And even now, I think they have Bo Peep in the land as well. I think I saw. So have you guys done the meet and greets? And what do you think about these meet and greets versus others?
I have not done the meet and greets yet, but they look really cool. I mean, who doesn't want to meet Buzz Lightyear or Sheriff Woody or Jesse or Bo Peep? I think they're awesome. I love meet and greets all together anyway, but we haven't done them here yet. But I'd like to do them soon. They look great.
Yep. And Shep?
Yeah, same boat. We didn't get a chance to do a meet and greet, but fortunately enough, I do meet and greets now on a regular basis. Because I'm a friend of Buzz now.
Nice.
So I do a lot of meet and greets now. It's fun. We have a good time.
And Pete asked, "Where's our inanimate Forky?" He dropped off, and he was having some issues with some lag, I think. So, those are great. The great meet and greets. I've met them in the past when they were at on the street there. I can't remember what the name of the street was, Pixar Place or something like that. But I haven't met him over in the new land yet. Right. Number one, because it's very, very hot and there's no shade. And number two, the lines are just really long. Believe it or not, this is something I think they need to institute a fast pass for, and to make a separate building all of its own for the meet and greet of the characters. And then if you want, you can use fast pass on them. But that's just my opinion on it. So, okay. And then last thing here, there is a new sit-down restaurant that's going to be to be built in the land. It's going to be 3 cardboard boxes cut and taped together, like he's created some other kind of rodeo land. You're going to see Trixie in there, which I know Cargo loves Trixie. It looks like Woody is kind of riding something else. I can't even remember what he's riding, but it's all like cowboy themed and rodeo themed. And this is going to be a barbecue sit down restaurant. Walt, have you heard of it? It's called Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. Have you heard about it? And what do you think about it?
I absolutely heard about it. Basically, where it's going to go is where you see Sheriff Woody, right there on that right-hand side of him is where the restaurant's going to go. So it's going to be really nice. I think it's going to obviously be themed really, really well. It's barbecue. We'll see what we get there. I'm still a little apprehensive with that. I was hoping for something a little bit more, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But no, I think it's great. I'm glad they're adding on to this land. And I'm going to give my overall opinion before we get off. But yeah, I'm glad they're adding it. I think they need it. So I'm excited.
Shep?
In my opinion, I think they definitely need. Oh, hold on.
That's the Haunted Mansion.
I really think that they need a sit-down restaurant because it would be very nice to sit and have your food.
Oh, thanks, Patrick.
that was Patrick. He just wanted to come in and just give his 2 cents on it.
Off the rails.
Oh, that's awesome. What do you think, Shep, about the new table service restaurant?
I gotta agree with Patrick on this one. I think it'd be a great idea to have a good sit down restaurant, and just they need more sit down venues anyway, just to break up, especially in Hollywood studios anyway. There's only a couple, so they gotta step up their game, and that'd be a perfect place to do it because they could even just dive right into having character breakfast and things like that, and have your Toy Story characters kind of roaming through, which would be awesome.
Yep, for sure. And me personally, I'm really looking forward to this. I love barbecue. It's probably some of my favorite stuff to eat. So and they need something in that area for sure that's air conditioned, that has that people can escape into. Just to kind of get away from the heat and the elements for sure. So I can't wait for it. I'll definitely be eating there. They have the barbecue place over in Animal Kingdom that is called Flame Tree Barbecue. It's pretty decent. I think it's a quick service meal.
It's quick service. It's my favorite. I love it.
It's a great one. But to have a sit down barbecue restaurant in Toy Story Land it should be pretty epic. So. All right, so that is pretty much where we're at right now. Why don't we go through and give your overall views, last thoughts on Toy Story Land? Walt, you're up first, buddy.
Sure. Well, I will say this. The one thing about Toy Story Land that I see first and foremost is I always feel like I'm leaving it wanting a little bit more. I wish the land was a little bit bigger. I know they kind of cut costs when they put this land together. I wish there was a little bit more to it. In that respect, at night, it's an incredible experience at night. The theming is unbelievable. It's so beautiful at night. I love the land, though. I really do. What we have is great. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. And then the other thing I will say is I think where they missed the boat on this one is with no shade whatsoever. Mm-hmm. When it's 110 in there, you feel 110 in there for sure. There's no shade. That was the only thing I think where they dropped the ball on this. And what last thing I'll say is what's interesting is what are they going to have when you're leaving Star Wars Land as you got the giant Sheriff Woody coming in from that side, but what about when you're coming from Star Wars Land? Are they going to do another giant Sheriff Woody, or is it just going to be a sign to let you know you're coming in at Star Wars Land? I mean, Toy Story Land. So I'm interested to see that, but I love the land. I think it's great.
Yep, for sure. And I want to say hi to Delton and Jenny channel. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you guys. Shep, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, my overall just impression for the short time that I was in there was I wanted more. Just didn't get to see more, but like Walt said, it is much smaller than what you would kind of hope for it to be. But yeah, I mean, what they have, what they have is great, and I think that sit down restaurant when it comes will be a big icing on the cake for that. So
Yep. And thank you, Cargo. We appreciate that. Hey, Stacy, thank you for being here. We appreciate you being here. Yeah, my overall, I'm really thrilled with the land. I mean, everything could always be better, but to have this experience where this is an experience like no other. The theming might be the best theming in all of Walt Disney World, in my opinion. It's just incredible, and the colors are so brilliant. You go in there, and the kids are gonna love it. The adults are gonna love it. It's just really cool with all the different little toys that I grew up with, being able to see them in a land to where we're cut down to the size of a toy. It's pretty nice. The good thing about Toy Story Land for me is there is a lot of room to expand if they decide to do it. And it's over there, like Walt said, behind Woody and kind of behind Slinky Dog there, off on that area. There is nothing in that area all the way to get to Rock and Roller Coaster. There is a lot of land and a lot of space over there that they could always cut down trees and build in there. So
I think
potential for expansion. I think by opening it they opened it with the right amount of rides, and they opened it with the amount of space that they needed to get it going, but they could double this thing in size, and I don't think anybody would care. So yeah, I think it'll be good. So okay, guys, well, that's just about going to do it for us. I know everybody's fascinated by the fact that we're getting off after an hour. We do have people after us again. I'll mention those here in just a minute. So real quick, Walt, what do you got coming up on your channel, and what do you want to say about it?
Well, thank you again for having me. I definitely appreciate it. I know it's kind of last minute, and I appreciate you having me on with Zip, Shep, and you too, Steve. Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all having me. It's definitely an honor. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays is Mouse Madness. Not sure what we're doing yet this week. I'm going to try to find something fun to do. And, of course, Thursday is Disney Talk Thursdays with Melissa, who hopefully will be back. And she's probably going to be hosting this Thursday. She lost a bet with me over the weekend. She's going to be hosting. Nice. That was the bet. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So come out and support her on Thursday. She's a little nervous as usual. But I think she's going to do great. I'll be there, but I'll be in the background. Other than that, and of course, Saturday night, sports night with you and I. And when we get offline a little bit during the week, we're going to have a really good topic this Sunday, everybody. So come out. I'm going to talk to Steve about it. You guys are going to really enjoy it. Yep. But thank you for having me. I definitely appreciate it.
Thanks, Pete. Shep, what do you got, buddy?
Yeah, just trying to produce something every Wednesday around 8 o'clock or so, between 8 and 9. Try to get something out for you guys to watch and enjoy. And of course, our big show Wednesday night at 9:30, DizneyDan, with myself, Steve, you, Zip, Patrick, and Dave from Brandy and Dave. And we have a great time and just a lot of laughs. So that's kind of one of my big priorities right now. So
perfect. Once again, I want to thank the Live Place, Dean, Dreamers Empire, www.theliveplace.com. My partner channel, Mouse Talk, like we said before. Other partner channel, Rob Fuzz, goes live every Friday, either at 4 or 4:30 with Frankie Friday or Pub Talk. Of course, my power channels, Shep Family, DizneyDan, who has joined us here as well. Watch out for his 500 subscriber giveaway. He's got some pretty nice stuff. And Dave with Brandy and Dave, as well as DizneyDan. I want to throw a special, if you guys would help us out. Stacy posted the link. Please post it again, Stacy. It was for positive autism awareness, and it's to help Joey out. So it's Stacey, if you would post it again one more time, if everybody could, please go check that out. It would make us all happy, especially Joey. So please definitely go check that out. Also, right after me, Jeff with Dole Whip Dad, in 1 minute will be going live with his DizTube, and Dave with Brandy and Dave will be preparing a brand new video right after this as well. So guys, please go check them out. Please, and mods, you can post them in the both of those in the chat for us. Other than that, guys, I'm live again tomorrow. I'm not even sure what we're talking about, but I am. What, you got something else, Shep?
Real quick, and it's Greg's birthday today, so happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday to Greg as well. Greg with Greg's Disney's Adventures. Thank you for reminding me. So happy birthday to Greg as well. Then we're not coming back here later tonight, Pete. Sorry. No problem, Joey. It's an honor, bud. So definitely go check that out. Also, I go live tomorrow night. Again, I'm not even sure what the topic is. I haven't even looked at the calendar. And then Wednesday night, of course, is This and That for episode number 6 on Zippity Doodad's channel with Shep Family, Zippity Doodad, and Brandy and Dave. Please go check that out. And on Saturday night with Sports Night, you'll hear more about that this week on our channels. Other than that, guys, thank you all for being here so much. Please go check out Dave's new premiere, Brandy and Dave, and check out Jeff with Dole Whip Dad for DizTube. Also check out the Positive Autism for Joey. You guys are incredible people. Impossible Trivia is not for another couple weeks. I messed up the date, so it's not tomorrow. It's the week Lion King comes out. So other than that, guys, thank you very much. We appreciate you all being here. Everybody have a fantastic night, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Everybody.